So good morning guys, welcome back to Phylum Predicts. I'll be your Phylum admin as I take you through the predictions we have for 9th of October 2024, which is on a Wednesday. So today we have analyzed 20 games for which we are going to walk you through each one of them and arrive to the predictions that we are going to take for almost each one of them. All right, we are not going to guarantee you all the predictions for all those games, but we are going to walk through with you through some of the games that we have and possibly find the best bets that you can find on the markets today. All right, so if you're new to this channel, make sure that you like, that you also subscribe and also comment. Just say hi to Phylum admin at the comment section, and also request for possible games that you are not going to find here, that you feel that you really need some analysis for. Post it right there and we are going to see it and we are going to work on it. All right, so without wasting more time, let's go into the predictions that we have. So in the first game, as you can see right here, we've got in Ukraine we've got Podilia Khmelnytskyi, that name, versus Metalist Kharkiv. We expect a 2-1 scoreline on that game. That's a total of 3 goals in that game. Right here, expect on the second relation, we expect 2 goals, a total of 2. Remember on the first relation, we saw a total of 3 where we had 2-1. Here we expect 2 goals, and right here we expect the same relation. We also expect a 2-1 scoreline. And then when we come right here, you're seeing that we have got the expected goals. The expected goals goes with a 1-3 scoreline in favor of Team 1, the first expected goal. And on the second expected scoreline, we expect a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Team 1. Remember, here there's a contradiction where we expect Team 2 winning and also we expect Team 1 winning, and we expect them both to score goals. All right, the conceding rate tells us a 1-1 conceding rate, which signifies an equal conceding rate, almost equal, relatively lower. So we probably expect if Team 1 scores, there's a possibility that also Team 2 is going to score that game. All right, so if you go to the chances, we've got no relation for the 100%, as you can see right here. We have got no relation there. We've got no relation for the 90% as well. Right here we've got 2 over 1.5s and a double chance 1 or 2, which have got an 80% chance of happening. All right, so what are we going to take on this prediction? Remember, the contradicting information right here tells us something, that we expect Team 2 winning with 3-1 scoreline, and we also expect Team 2 winning with 2-1 scoreline. All right, so what does that tell us? We actually expect both of them scoring in that game. So we are going to take the both team to score. Let me put it in caps. You also expect an over. If you're expecting a both team to score, then that's an automatic over 1.5, and I think that should be enough for us in that game. All right, you might go ahead, try see if there'll be a winner in each of there'll be a winner in that game, but let's just stick with ensuring that we just see the both team to score because of the contradiction, and also the over 1.5 because it's an automatic over 1.5 if we choose a both team to score. All right, but the best option remains over 1.5. If you take it, then you can be confident, a little bit much confident than taking the both team to score. In the second game, we have got in Portugal, we've got Vizela under 23 versus Rio Ave under 23. This game we expect a 3-1 scoreline on the first relation. That's a total of 4. Right here we expect 3 goals on the second relation. That's right, the other side we expected 4. Right here we expect 3 goals and a 2-1 scoreline. Right to the conceding rate, we expect a 1-3 conceding rate in favor of Team 1. Right, a 1-3 conceding rate means that Team 2 concedes relatively higher, conceding 3 goals. Check right here, conceding 3 goals, or Team 1 conceding 1 goal. All right, so we expect if Team 1 comes with the motivation to come and score goals, we are going to expect goals for Team 1 and Team 1 winning in that game. But if it doesn't, we might not have goals, but let's see. The conceding rate of Team 2 is relatively higher than Team 1. What about the expected goals? We expect a 2-3 scoreline, a 2-1 scoreline. There's a total of 2 and a total of 5 right up there. On the chances, we've got the 100% chance of an over 1.5. Remember, this near 100% chance, it's never perfect, that much perfect, but the relation tells us for 100% relation, you expect an over 1.5. For the data that we took sample for building this relation, we found 100% chances of happening on this relation. All right, and when it came to the 90% relations, we've got an over 1.5, as you can see right there. Right to the 80%, we've got multiple. We expect a how many do you expect? We expect 2 both team to score. Expect 2 over 1.5s. We expect 2 double chance 1 or 2, and also an over 2.5 relation in that game. So what are we going to take? As you can see, the 1-3 conceding rate. Let's go and expect someone here score goals. We will go with someone winning in this game. Double chance 1 or 2. Why? Because of the conceding rate of 1 against 3. Because expect team 1 is going to come to the game with a little bit of an advantage if they come with the motivation to score. You also expect an over 1.5. Why? The conceding rate as well tells us that, and also the 100% relation tells us an over 1.5, as you can see right here, and also the 90% relation as well. All right, so what else can we pick on that? You can as well go on and pick an over 2.5 if you wish to. Why am I not going for the both team to score? I'm not going for the both team to score because right here for the conceding rate, if team 1 had a relatively higher conceding rate, almost equal to to the one that team 2 has, we could have gone for the both team to score, but we are going to just pick just the over 2.5 and not at all pick the both team to score. You can as well check if you can find it, then well and good. That game we expect goals. All right, so that's it for the second game. In that game we've got in Ukraine, we've got this name is really hard, and as you can see, it's trying to give me some trouble. We've got Patia Ivano versus FC Mainai. I don't really know if that's exactly how it's pronounced, but according to our English, that's how we should be pronouncing that. I don't really might be. So in this game we expect a 2-1 scoreline. That's a total of 3 right here. That's for their first relation. To the second relation we expect 2 goals. Those are 3 and 2. Right here we expect a 2-1 scoreline as well. Contradicting information, because these relations are based on the same but are different, individually different. So that's why you're seeing we expect a 2 goals here and total of 2, and then you expect a 2-1 scoreline. These are total of 3 right here. See, so they are all individual. We have individualized them to give us separate the best relation that we can have. All right, so right here we've got a 2-1 conceding rate, where team 1 is the one that concedes relatively higher. We expect also a 2-3 possible scoreline in favor of team 2 and a 2-1 possible scoreline in favor of team 1. That's a game that we probably might expect goals, and also the both team to score might as well happen in that game. But let's check also for the relations. We've got an over 1.5 relation for the 100%, and also a double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 100%. Right to the 90%, we expect an over 1.5 relation, and when we go to the 80s, we expect 2 both team to score. We expect 2 double chance 1 or 2, and also an over 1.5. So in a relation like this, what will we go for? For a game like this, we might go on to expect, let's see if we've got any other thing that might give us a little of an idea of what we are going to pick. Right here we expect someone winning. We expect either of the teams winning, because we expect 2-3 scoreline. We expect goals in that game, and also expect 2-1 scoreline in favor of team 1. So the contradicting information right there might give us an both team to score. Might as well give us an over 1.5. And that one we might as well head on and take just someone winning in that game. Why? Because we have been told like that in the relations for the 100% relation, as you can see right here. Alright, the double chance 1 or 2 and the over 1.5 relation happening for that relation. So that's the prediction that we have for that game. And we might go, let's now go to the fourth game. We've got in Greece, we've got Kavala versus Asteras Actor. We expect a 2-1 scoreline. That's a total of 3. Right here, we expect 2 goals, the second relation, and a 2-1 scoreline. To the conceding rate, we expect an equal conceding rate of 1-1, relatively lower, but simply equal. Right to the expected scores, we expect a 1-2 scoreline and a 2-1 scoreline. See the contradiction. We actually don't know which team is going to win in this relation, but we expect both of them to score goals. You see, expect both of them to score goals. So let's come right to the relation. We've got no relation for the 100%. We've got neither do we have for the 90, and also we have got 3 of 1.5 relations, as you can see right here, and a double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 80%. So what are we going to settle with? Someone scoring both team to score, as we just saw right there. That one gives us an automatic over 1.5, and that should be the prediction for that game that we have in that. All right, so for the next game we've got in Poland, we've got Westlanie Zaskowais versus Siark Tarnobrezek. That name we expect a 2-3 score, and that's a total of 5. This one is a little bit different from the other games because we expect goals. There's a total of 5. Right here, expect a total of 4. And right here, expect a 2-3 score, and there's a total of 5. You see. Now to the conceding rate, you expect a 2-1 conceding rate, where team 1 concedes relatively higher than team 2. We expect a 1-3 scoreline in favor of team 2, 2-3 scoreline in favor of team 2 as well. Okay. So what do we expect to the relation? We've got no relation for the 100%, neither do we have for the 90%, as you can see right there. And for the 80%, we expect an 2 over 1.5 relations for the 80%. So what are we going to take? We are going to take some at the over 1.5, as we have just been told. 1.5 relation for that game, and that's what we're going to pick. You might as well expect the both team to score in this game. Let me explain why we expect that. Because if we expect an over 1.5 relation for this game, and team 2 is the one that's relatively stronger, see, we expect team 2 to score 3 goals while team 1 scores 2. See the possibility, the ball position for the team, the average ball position for team 1. We are seeing a 50%, and this one is seeing a 57% ball position. So what does that really imply? Team 1 is not really a weakling. We expect team 1 to also, and you see their last game they actually won, and they have got a winning rate. Okay, it's relatively lower, but team 2 has got a very, very strong winning rate, so you can as well go with team 2 winning that game. But team 1 also, well, it has actually scored the last 5 games it has played at home. They have scored in 4 of them, and they just didn't score in 1 of that game. All right, and in the game that they did not score, they really outplayed the winners because they played at a 58% ball position. All right, so what you can see right here is team 1 probably might score the goal, so we also expect the both team to score in that game, and we are sticking mainly with the over 1.5. Remember, for this prediction, the over 1.5 is our take home. The both team to score is just to supplement it, but you can pick it because it has got also a chance of happening. This football. So in the next game we got in Costa Rica, we've got AD Sarchi versus AD Carmelita. We expect a 5-2 scoreline. That's a total of 7. Right here, we expect 5 goals in total. To the second relation, we expect a 4-2 scoreline. That's a total of 6. They still contradict. Right to the conceding rate, we are seeing a conceding rate of 1-1, a 3-2 possible scoreline, and a 4-2 possible scoreline. Now, see right here, where we expect a conceding rate of 1-1, and we are being told that they are going to score a lot of goals, 5. So, if they've got relatively lower conceding rate, how do we also expect them to score a lot of goals? So we may not expect a lot of goals, but we are going to expect goals in that game. Probably each of those teams scoring in that game. So we expect a 3-2 scoreline and a 4-2 scoreline in favor of team 1. but they all have the chance of scoring. Right to the relation, we've got 2 over 1.5 relations for the 100%. What do we have next? We've got a 90%, and for the 90% you actually have the over 1.5. I really don't understand what I was talking right there. And to the 80% relations, you've got the 3 both team to score, as you can see right here, 3 both team to score, 2 double chance 1 or 2, and 2 over 1.5s in that relation. So what are we going to pick? I'm the one who is going to pick the what are you being told? The over 1.5 as our main prediction. We can as well go with the over 2.5. Both the possibility of both team to score, we really won't go with the possibility of both team to score in that prediction. Why? There might be, but let's just stick with the idea. Let's first do some changes here so that it can be seen. Over 2.5. We might actually expect both team to score, but team 2 really can as well score. Look at their scoring rate. It was really high, but team 1 concedes relatively lower, so the both team to score can as well happen. But let's just stick with the overs 1.5 and also expect an over 2.5. The reason also we expect an over 2.5 is because if it happens that there is a both team to score and we are also going on to pick someone winning in that game, as you can see right there, we are expecting someone winning in that game. If we expect a both team to score, I'm going to put it in quotes because we are not going to read it here. We will expect both team to score, and then there's someone winning, then there's an automatic over 2.5. So the only thing that you have not done is you have not written down both team to score, but might as well happen because you also expect probably team 1 might score 3 goals. Look at their last game, they scored 3 goals. They scored 4 goals. Look at their previous home games, they scored 4 goals. Right here they scored 3 goals. Right here they scored 4 goals. Right here they scored 3 goals. And the only game that they didn't have a lot of goals was this only one game that they scored only 1 goals. But the rest of the games they scored over 2.5. So we might expect over 2.5 and as well both team to score because team 2 also scores goals in their previous home matches. Alright, so that's the prediction for that game. So as we go to the next game, we've got in Chile, we've got Puerto Montt versus Huachipato. In this game we expect a 2-1 scoring. There's a total of 3 for the first relation. To the second relation we expect a 2 goals. They contradict as well. Right there we expect 3 and here we expect 2. Right here we expect a 2-1 possible scoreline. Right to the conceding rate, you expect a 1-2 conceding rate, a 2-2 possible scoreline, and a 2-1 possible scoreline. If you have been following us closely, when we used to see the 1-2 conceding rate, we automatically just went on and chose the both team to score. We usually do that, but let's first see what relation we have before we go and do that. So for the 100% we've got no relation, for the 90% we've got no relation, but for the 80% we have got an over 1.5 relation, just a single over 1.5 relation for that game. So what are we going to pick? We're expecting goals in this game. Look, we expect goals in that game. Right here we expect we expect goals, a 2-2 scoreline and a 2-1 scoreline. So what are we going to pick for is, let's see about their scoring ability. Team 1 scores an average of 2 while playing at home in their previous 5 matches, while Team 2 concedes 3 and scores only 1 goal on average, and conceded 3 on average. But see, what are we? This one, I almost thought that was a win. This was a win, so you might give the benefit that they are a little bit confident after winning their previous game. But right here, we might as well go with the chances for everyone scoring that game, but the over 1.5 in this game might be best for us. All right, why? Because you actually expect team 1. And also the over 2.5 might as well happen. The over 2.5, why? Because we want to close in for the idea that team 2 concedes relatively high while playing away, you see, and they play at an average of 44 ball possession, while this team 1 plays at an average of 53. What about the total goals played in their previous matches? We had in their previous 5 away matches, we saw in 3 of those games we had the over 2.5s, we had an over 1.5, and we had only one that had the under market, the under 1.5, but 4 out of 5 made the over 1.5. So the over 1.5 for this game is much better. But also check on this other side, all games that team 2 played away, they went on an over 2.5. So you might as well go on and check the over 2.5. There's a possibility of both teams to score. Why? Because you also expect the one to conceding rate, as you usually took it, to as well do us the magic that it always does. All right. So in the next game is in Colombia. In Colombia, we've got the Deportes Tolima versus Alianza Football Club. We expect a 1-1 possible scoring. There's a total of 2, right? You expect 2 goals and a 1-1 possible scoring. Right to the relation, you expect a 1-1 conceding rate. You expect a 1-0 possible scoring and a 1-1 possible scoring, as you can see right there. Right to the relation, you've got none for the 100%. You've got an over 1.5 relation for the 90s, and you've got a double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 80s. So for this relation, we probably might go for the unders market, but C, we usually do not prefer that market that much, because you don't know about the motivation of these games will come in with in the the players will come in the game. All right, but it's a good game. This is one of those games that guys will allow us not give you the predictions for, because we have nothing. Clearly, we are not seeing the possibility of the goals, and we're expecting but as well you can expect someone winning. There's a relation around 1-1 possible scoreline and the double chance 1 or 2. Remember, but this has no backup for it. We can't really there's no theory behind it. We just usually saw it happening. So we expected someone winning that game, and someone winning is probably a 1-0 scoreline. So you might as well just take someone winning that game, and that's the prediction we can give you for that game if we had to. Alright, so that's the prediction for that game. So let's go for the next game. The next game is in Peru. We've got Comerciantes FC versus Juan Pablo II. We expect a 2-2 possible scoreline. That's a total of 4. Right, you expect 3 goals and a 2-2 possible scoreline. Right to the conceding rate, you expect a 1-1 conceding rate, a 3-2 possible scoreline, and a 2-2 possible scoreline, as you can see right there. So in this game, we probably expect goals. So for the relation, we've got 2 double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 100%, and an over 1.5 relation for the 100% as well. Right to the 90%, we've got none. Now, as we come to the 80% chances, we've got only 1 double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 80%. So what are we going to settle with? The 2 double chance 1 or 2 that we have for the 100% is something that we are going to take, and also we are going to just to take as well the over 1.5 was, we have just been told right there. You can take them both if you can access the combo market, double chances and over, the double chance and over markets, then you can go and take just the double chance 1 or 2 and the over 1.5, and it might have the possibility of winning as well. So the next game is in Peru. We go Santos Ica versus Alianza Universidad. There's something. We expect a 3-2 scoreline. That's a total of 5. Right, you expect 4 goals and a 2-2 scoreline, as you can see right there. When you come right here to the conceding rate, you expect a 1-1 conceding rate, relatively lower but equal. You expect a 2-2 possible scoreline and a 2-2 possible scoreline in that game. Right here for the 100%, we've got no relation for the 100%, neither do we have for the 90s. Do we have any for the 80s? We got a double chance 2 double chance 1 or 2 relation for the 80s. So for a game like that, if the double chances are insisted that much, we actually just take the double chance 1 or 2 happening that game. All right. So what else could you expect? Could you expect scores, goals in that game? Let's come here and check. So we've got a 1-1 conceding rate and a 2-2 possible scoreline and 2-2 possible scoreline. It's so constant for the 2-2 possible scoreline, so it's something that might happen. So we might as well have the both team to score and also have the over 1.5 happening. That's which is automatic if we actually had the both team to score happening. Alright, so that's the prediction for that game. Let's go for the next game. And the next game we've got is in Ecuador. We've got Chicarata SC versus Guayaquil City. We expect a 1-1 possible scoreline. There's a total of 2. Right here we expect 2 goals and a 1-1 possible scoreline. They all coincide. Right to the relation, we expect a 2-1 conceding rate in favor of team 1, where in favor of team 2, in which team 1 is the one that concedes relatively higher. For the expected goals, expect a 1-1 possible scoreline and a 1-1 possible scoreline. They all are constant, biased just to the 1-1. So right here for the 100%, we've got no relation. We've got no relation for the 90% as well. We've got an over 1.5 relation for the 80s. So what prediction are we going to take for that game? What are we going to settle with? Let's see about the relation that we have. Team 1 concedes relatively higher while playing at home, more than they score. That could be a relation. What do we have on this other side? We've got they concede relatively higher. Team 2 scores way much than team 1, way more than team 1. Even at halftime and also even at full time, they score relatively higher than team 1. So what are we going to pick? We are actually going to pick the idea that someone is going to win in that game. Why? Because I want to take full time 2 winning in that game. Alright, because I want to take full team 2 winning that game, which is Guayaquil winning that game. Alright, yep. But just the double chance 1 or 2 is the best option if you are going to pick on that game. So in the next game is in Ecuador. We've got Manta FC versus Gualaceo SC. We expect a 1-1 possible scoreline. There's a total of 2, right? You expect 2 goals and a 1-1 possible scoreline as well. They all coincide, right? To this relation, we've got this relation is not really that well figure out yet, so we are not going to give the prediction for that game. All right, so let's go to the next game and skip that one. And the next game is in Chile. We've got Coquimbo Unido versus Universidad de Chile. We expect a 1-4 possible scoreline. There's a total of 5. Right, you expect 4 goals and a 1-4 scoreline. Right, to the conceding rate, we expect a 1-1 conceding rate. Now see closely that most of these games that we saw a lot of goals happening, we had a 1-1 conceding rate right there. Okay, so that one also tells you a lot that if probably we expect a lot of goals in that game, we are expecting both teams. If we are seeing many goals in that game, we're expecting both teams to have almost equal chances in the game. So they might as well score goals. If team 1 scores, then the team 2 can as well score. You see, if team 2 scores, then there's a possibility that also team 2 can as well score, but not really that much goals. Not really a lot of goals, but relatively they might score just 1-1 or maybe 2-1 or maybe 3-1, but they might not exaggerate beyond 5-4. You see? Yeah, so what do we have right here? We expect a 1-1 conceding rate and a 1-4 possible scoreline in favor of team 2 and a 1-3 possible scoreline in favor of team 2 as well. Right to the relation, we've got no relation for the 100%, we've got none for the 90s, we've got also none for the 80s. So for a relation like that, as you've just been told, we are going to take just the over 1.5 as you're seeing, and also the double chance 1 or 2, in which you expect probably someone winning in that game. You see, so probably team 1, team 2 might come with the motivation to score goals. probably a 1-4 scoring can happen, but let's just pick the over 1.5 and just the double chance 1-2 for that game. In Venezuela, we got Deportivo Miranda versus Atlético La Cruz. We expect a 1-1 possible scoreline right there. We expect those 2 goals that we expect. Right, you expect 2 goals to this relation and 1-1 possible scoreline. Right to this to the conceding rate, you expect a 0-1 conceding rate, where team 1 has got relatively is actually relatively better in defense than team 2, but they've got almost equal, so both of the teams are relatively good in defense. We expect a 1-1 possible scoreline and a 1-1 possible scoreline as well. Right to the relation, we've got no relation for the 100%. We've got an over 1.5 relation for the 90s and a double chance 1-2 relation for the 80s. So in that game, you might just settle with someone winning, but you'll allow us not give you the prediction for that game. Why? Because you also expect very, very minimal goals in this game. So if you cannot see goals in this game, then... But a game like this, you can as well go and just take the double chance 1-2, like just the prediction you gave for a game above there, alright? So you can as well expect someone winning. So in the next game is in Venezuela as well. We've got Maritimo de la Guiran. Is it that name? Guira. We expect versus Academia Anzotegui. We expect a 2-0 scoreline in favor of team 1, a 2-0 scoreline. Right here we expect 2 goals and a 2-0 scoreline as well. Right to the conceding rate, we expect both of them have got equal conceding rates, meaning they've got relatively equal. They are relatively equal in defense. If team 1 scores, then the team 2 can as well score. You see, then we expect a 2-1 scoreline in favor of team 1 and a 2-0 scoreline in favor of team 1 as well. Right to the relation, we expect a full team 1 relation and an over 1.5 relation for the 100% relation. We've got an no relation for the 90%. We've got 2 double chance 1-2 relation for the 80s. Remember, as we said earlier, for a relation like this, we always took the over 1.5 as our main prediction. But for a game where the double chance 1-2 is this much emphasized, we are going to take double chance 1-2 happening in that game. Alright, there's a possibility of actually even having the both team to score in that game. You can as well go ahead and pick it. Why? Because in a relation like this, we usually expect both of those teams to actually score in the game. Alright, why do you actually settle with this? Because in most of the games that we actually analyzed before, we usually found that the full team 1 relation for 90% didn't really even end with team 1 winning that game. They actually ended with team 2 winning and probably 2-2 scoreline, a draw with a lot of goals, where team 1 actually probably went on just to equalize later. You see, but team 2 in such a relation usually has got a lot of capabilities to actually score a lot of goals, and that's why we are going to just put the both team to score. Why? Because if team 2 comes in and scores, then team 1 can as well score because we expect it to win, but we are not going to be biased on who is going to win in this game, right? Yep. So in the next game is in Brazil. We've got Atlético Mineiro versus Grêmio RS. You expect a 3-3 scoreline. There's a total of 6. Right here we expect 5 goals and a 2-3 scoreline. They actually coincide for 5 goals. Right to the conceding rate, we expect a 1-1 conceding rate. See what we have today. All of those games that we expect 5 goals, 6 goals, we are all finding them at 1-1 conceding rate. Not usually what happens every day, because there are some games that we actually find they've got very high conceding rates. But today, the coincidence that we have that all of them gives us actually the 1-1 conceding rate. There's something cooking right here. All right, so as we explained earlier, that if you're seeing a 1-1 conceding rate, means that both teams have got almost equal patterns in their defense. So if team 1 can as well score, then team 2 can as well go ahead and score in that game. So expect a 2-2 scoreline and a 2-3 possible scoreline in that game. Right to the relation, you expect a double chance 1-2 win in the 100%. We've got none for the 90%. and we've got a double chance on odds 2 happening for the 80%. So in a relation like this where we expect multiple goals, you're going to just pick the over 1.5. You can as well go ahead and settle with the both team to score if you wish to. Why we're going to pick the both team to score is because why are we going to do that? Because you actually expect goals. Let's see about their previous games where team 1 scored more than they conceded. Right here, team 2, they scored equal as to which, but they scored relatively higher than they conceded as well, you see. But now see something happening here is that in team 1 we usually have got a very few amount of goals amount of conceding goals that occur so while playing at home. So probably the both team to score might not happen, but we are going to put the bet on Gremio scoring because they've got a little bit of confidence because they won their last game. See, so if a player comes to this game with the confidence to winning, winning confidence, then they might as well score in that game. So we are going to take just the over 1.5 and the both team to score happen in that game, right? Yep, because they might actually settle with 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 in that game. So we're not going to take the double chance on odds 2 at all. So for the next game we've got in USA, we've got North Carolina versus FC Tulsa. We expect a 3-1 scoreline. That's a total of 4. Right here, expect 3 goals and a 2-1 scoreline. Right here, we expect. So sad that we won't have it because it is also predefined. So we are not going to give. It's yet to be defined for that game. But we've got analysis 4. You can as well go and expect 3-1 scoreline, as you can see right here. You can just let's try and predict this. We are seeing both games have got very low ball positions. We've got a 3-2 winning scoring and conceding rate, while at home a 1-1 scoring and conceding rate. While these are games that we might as well wait for a lot of goals in that game. So the over 1.5, the over 2.5. The only thing that we're not going to take is just the both team to score, but the double chance on odds 2 is also possible in that game. All right, why? Because a game that has got when two teams that have got very low average ball possession, when they come into playing together, those guys might usually tend to score a lot of goals. Right, they tend to score a lot of goals against each other because they don't have to hold back and defend a lot because they know the other team will just play. But they might also end up not scoring goals because they might keep losing because they are not holding possession of the ball a lot. But in a game like this, where two of them meet, the over 2.5 is best. Over 1.5 is also not really best. It's not best, but it's better. The over 1.5 is also better, and the double chance of 2 is better as well. But they both seem to score. Might happen, but let's just stick with the over 1.5 and the over 2.5 and also the double chance on 2. So for the next game is in Brazil. We've got SC Paysandu Para versus Chapecoense SC. We expect a 1-1 scoreline. That's a total of 2. Right here, expect 2 goals and a 1-1 scoreline. Right here, expect 1 goal, 1-0 conceding rate. At 0-2 possible scoreline in favor of team 2, a 1-1 possible scoreline as well. So that game we might expect. Let's see what we have in the relation. We expect no relation for the 100%. We expect no relation for the 90s, but we expect 2 over 1.5 relation for the 80s. In a relation like this, close your eyes and pick the over 1.5 because it's emphasized by the 80% relation. In two separate 80 simple data, we had the same relation giving us the over 1.5s in that gave us an 80% chance winning rate, right? So in the next game, I think it's the second last game. We expect in USA, we have New Mexico United versus Phoenix Rising FC. We expect a 3-0 scoreline. There's a total of 3. Right, we expect 2 goals and a 2-0 scoreline. Right, to the conceding rate, expect a 1-1 conceding rate and a 2-0 possible scoreline and 2-0 possible scoreline. All of them in favor of Team 1. The possible scoreline, the conceding rate, see them at 1-1 conceding rate. Equal conceding rate. So if Team 1 score, then Team 2 can as well score. And that one is, we are going to be backed by what we have for the relation, where we have got the full Team 1 and the over 1.5. We've got no relation for the 90s. You've got 2 of 1.5 relation for the 80s and a double chance on or 2 relation for the 80s as well. So what are we going to pick for this game? The over 1.5 is one thing that we really emphasize on such a relation, that we have got a full Team 1 for the 100%. Okay, so the over 1.5 is something that we usually look at so much, but we are not going to take the fact that we are going to have the both team to score. Why? Because Team 2 relatively has got very low scoring ability while playing away, but we might take someone winning, in which someone winning in this game we can as well go and take full Team 1 winning. You see? So when you expect someone winning this game, so you can take full Team 1 winning, because this one is backed. This one, you've got something backing us, because you see, Team 1 has been playing very well at home, actually winning all their last 4 games at home and only drawing 1. But this other side, they have only won and drawn 1, almost the same data. You see, they have won 1 and did what, and drew 1, but the rest 3 they actually lost while playing away. All right, so for the 1.5, the double chance on or 2 and the full Team 1 is a possible expectation in that game. So in the last game is in USA, we've got El Paso Locomotive versus San Antonio. Expect a 2-0 scoreline. There's a total of 2. Right, to this relation, expect 2 goals and a 2-0 scoreline. Right, to this side, we expect a 1-0 conceding rate in favor of Team 2. Not really in favor of, because they are relatively lower each, but almost equal. A 1-1 possible scoreline and a 2-0 possible scoreline in favor of a draw and a Team 1 winning. Right, to the relation, we've got no relation for the 100%. We've got an of 1.5 relation for the 80%, as you can see right here. But we've got a double chance, only 1 double chance on or 2 relation for the 80%. So what are we going to pick in that game? A game like this, that we have got not as many goal expectation, we can as well just go in and say, let's expect someone winning, and that's what we can do for that game. The only reason as to we are going to expect someone winning is because we're expecting Team 2 concedes relatively low, and we expect a 2-0 scoreline in favor of Team 1, right? And here we got an equal, they concede. So someone winning, Team 1, it could be Team 1, but see, Team 2 actually won in their last game, so they will come in this game with a lot of confidence that they might come in and score, you see. But let's go with expecting someone winning in that game. So guys, that has been our predictions for the 20 games that we have given. We have not necessarily given all of them. There are some that we have not predicted. Why? Because probably we expected we couldn't see the goals happening. Remember, what happens with Phylum is we try see the goals and which side the goals might happen, and actually the possibility of having a winner in the game, see. But those games that we didn't expect goals, we have not given. For those that we have given the predictions for, we really hope that we have got wins. So we really hope that you also have found some of the games that you can bet on. Remember that as well in this in the betting world, it's actually risky. This data analytics, so this one is not your favorite prophet. Could prophesy because this is mathematics, but this is not your perfect profit. So ensure that you bet responsibly if you are going to use this prediction, these predictions to actually bet. All right, but if you're going to pick, remember, pick 2 to 3 games per ticket. If you're going to a maximum of 4, it's okay, but that should be a game that's actually filling in to closing on a 2 odds ticket, or probably even a 3 odds ticket. You see, so don't go much beyond a 3 odds ticket. Just go within a 1:1 risk reward and a 1:2 risk reward, and that will give you a better chance of winning every and consistently every day. You see, so that is it. We really hope to find wins. So guys, we are going to actually do a lot of activities in our Telegram channel. So this Telegram channel will be free for everyone to join. So ensure that you click on the link that you're going to find at the description of this video, and it's going to take you directly to our Telegram channel. All right, so until next time, while we check the results for the games, adios. All right, bye bye.